Hey, welcome to another edition, another series I'm going to start today. Um, I've already done the our cheap beers, worth it, or what was it called? Uh, our cheap beers really that bad? I think I discovered that in most cases, no, they're not that bad. Most of them were rather enjoyable. Some of them were pretty awful. Most of them were kind of middle of the roadish. Some of them were darn right enjoyable. Then I did pumpkin beers. Again, stuff in the beer, not my thing, but I think I've come around on the pumpkin spice in my beer. Kind of good. I liked it. But now I'm going to try the opposite of the first series, and instead of our cheap beers really that bad, I'm going to try our premium imports. Worth it. So I went and stopped by my local LCBO here in Canada. If you're familiar with Ontario and the LCBO, it's a government run liquor control board. Um, they have a lot of weird laws in Ontario, Canada in general, about the sale of liquor and beer. In some provinces, it's pretty much a free for all, and in some provinces like Ontario here, it's very government controlled. Anyway, the store here has a nice selection of Ontario craft beers, Canadian domestic stuff, and there is one section off in the corner on the side where there's premium imports. So I went there and I grabbed one, not exactly at random, but randomly grabbed six. So you'll see them over the next couple days, episodes, next couple of um, episodes here on this series. Now I want to point something out that I have a little bit of beef with already. So in my selections of six premium imports that I paid good premium money for, looking at some of the cans, I can't help but notice that they're not imported. They're brewed right here in Canada, and in some cases, right here in Ontario. That kind of LCBO, that's kind of a little bit of bullshit. Why am I paying premium import price? And I'm talking like almost $4 a can for a 1 pint can. Why? Why is that much more when it's made right beside? And in one case, let me check something here. I'm not going to show you what I've got here in my hand. This one I'm holding in my hand is brewed by uh, Anheuser-Busch InBev under license, brewed in made in Canada, in London, Ontario. Also in a couple of the others, which leads me to believe this is 100% a Labatt product. Labatt is not import. It's right. I mean, imported from London, Ontario. That's from where I am here. That's only 4 or 5 hours down the road. And hold on, if it's yep, Montreal as well. Montreal is only 2 hours up the other way. So, hmm. So LCBO, got a little bit of beef with you. I do. You know what? In fact, I think I'm going to do the one that I was holding right here in my hand first off. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to start with this one, and you've all seen it. You probably all had it. Stella. Stella is Belgian, Belgian my ass. Hmm So this is La Bière Fine Deluxe. This is, like I just said, an AB InBev product under license, brewed in Canada. Stella, nothing more to tell you. Water, barley, hops, and yeast. So this has, at least as far as the premium aspect goes, it's a Belgian, I guess. It's got the Belgian yeast. I've had this many, many, many times. It's got that distinct Belgian yeasty taste. It's got it's a nice beer. It's nothing special, but you know, if I'm out at a place and they have a crappy selection, usually Labatt products. I guess that should have clued me in right there. Usually Labatt products, um, and they have Stella on tap. I'll always go for a Stella over something else. Another thing, Stella, and I'm gonna little thing. Stella's logo is a horn like that, and it is also my family's crest is a horn. I'm not going to show you right now, but I have a similar tattoo like that. So I mean, there's a connection between me and the Stella and the Hayward family. Anyhow, I'm going to get right into this now. I've gone too long. Let me grab my phone for some pictures on the socials. And of course, the socials, Instagram, TikTok, we are that beer thing.ca, and also, of course, right here on YouTube or wherever you happen to be watching. And the website is coming together. It's got stuff on it. Including new blog posts written by me and Sarah, and also information about the upcoming tours and the subscription box, which I'm pretty stoked about the subscription box, especially because, well, beer brought to your home by me in most cases. Anyway, hey, nice hair. Anyway, I'm getting this ready. I'm putting my camera on the video. I'm gonna open this, and here, I'm just gonna remove that now. That doesn't need to be there anymore. Stella, it's got that. Like I said, it does have that slightly Belgian-y yeast flavor aroma to it. Anyway, okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this for the socials over here on here, so everybody on TikTok can criticize the way I pour beer and say, you're doing it wrong." So no, I'm not doing it wrong, mofos. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it the way I like, and that's what I like. I like a good amount of head on a beer. Okay, I've got that, and I'm just gonna snag me a little picture. Boop. Okay, let's get to drinking. Oh. All right, let's get to drinking, as I said. So, Stella, premium import from the LCBO. Let me check the price that I paid for this one. Stella, with the 10-cent can deposit on it, came to $3.65. $3.65. All right. So it is nicely effervescent. It's bubbly. It's got a decent head on it that dissipated a little faster than I would have liked. Okay, I'm going to guess that this mug that I'm using, is not the cleanest. I probably should have rinsed it out, given it a little scrub-a-doo before I started this. So let's get into, okay, Stella. It's got, as I mentioned, it does have that Belgian-y yeast aroma to it. I can't really describe it. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. If you don't know, well, grab a Stella and give it a sniff. That aroma is kind of indicative of that Belgian yeast flavor. Better yet, go get yourself a nice Belgian um, Abbey beer and give it the sniff. That deep, earthy, um, almost clovey, somewhat banana-y aroma. That's the Belgian yeast. It's very, I mean, it's pretty kind of famous for being that way. Okay. Other than that, it's a very light smelling, or they're very mild, almost bready, um, somewhat toasty, somewhat toasty. It kind of smells like toasted white bread with those other aromas, the somewhat clovey, somewhat banana-y, yeasty aromas to it, and the hops are very very mild on this. And, but it does say what type, but I'm gonna guess, like the old school noble hops, mild but tasty. Rough. Anyway, yep. Like the aroma. It's got that Belgian yeasty flavor. The somewhat banana-y, but not banana, but like a banana-y, more like the smell of the peel, more so than like the smell of the banana itself. Um, Tiny bit of cloves, not much, just a little smattering of clove. Um, the maltiness on this is noticeable. It gives it a nice smooth mouthfeel, but it's really mild, and there's not much flavor to it. Uh, there's a little more hoppy flavor, but it's more so in the bitterness at the end. A little drying, little dryness at the end, little pucker power there at the very end. It's nice. So as I said, Stella, this one specifically, I'm wondering if I can source actual imported Belgian made Stella and what the difference would be. And hey, that could be another series, comparing the domestic made so-called premium imports to the real deal. That's kind of a cool idea. I can think of a couple, like a Guinness, for instance. I can find the Labatt's brewed one, and it's okay, right? But it's not like the Irish one from the can, with the nitro and the widget on the rest. And of course, I've done probably about 5 reviews of Guinness on this channel. I'm not sure. I think this might be the first review of Stella that I've ever done. Not that I've had it. I've drank it on many occasions, and I will again. It's a good beer. It's not a great beer. Given the choice of other Labatt products and this one, I would always choose this one. But I guess that's just my beer snobbery that coming out. All right, so I guess I've gone a little longer than most videos here on this one. So I'm going to say thank you for watching and cheers. All right. Tune in for the next in the series of is premium are premium imports worth it? So far, I'm afraid I have to say not so much. All right. Cheers.